This video is part of a series of SSIS tutorial videos created by COZYROC. In this video, I will show you how to configure a package that loads data that has conversion errors. It subsequently redirects the rows with errors and continues to process all the rows that have no errors. This is the data I'll be using as our source data for this demonstration. It's in a CSV file, and we have 9 columns. And the second column has a date in it, and all the dates are good dates right now. In a couple minutes, that's where I'm going to introduce a conversion error by introducing an invalid date. So let's get started. So we'll start by dragging the data flow task onto the canvas. We'll double click to go over to the data flow, and now we'll get the flat file source to read that CSV file. And I'll double click to open the editor, and we need to set up a connection manager for it. So we got to go find that file that we just looked at, and we need to look for CSV files. And here's the one that we want. There you can see it is finding all the columns correctly. And now we'll close this. And now we're going to write it into a SQL Server table using the OLE DB destination. And that table will be called vacant_land. So we'll double click to open the editor for the OLE DB destination. We need to set up a new connection manager for the table. So first we pick the database that we are going to be using. Let's see, I'm going to change this to fast load. We'll go down and find that vacant_land table. Make sure that it's empty, and it is. We'll click on mappings to get everything mapped from the source to the destination. Click OK to close it. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and execute the package. And it was successful, and we have 100 rows, as you can see there. And we'll go over to Management Studio, and we'll look at that table now. Here you can see it does have 100 rows in it. All right, now we're going to clear out that table and go make some modifications to this file. So I'll open up that CSV file, and let's go mess up one of the dates. So we'll do this one. We're going to just say that we put it at 35, May 35th, which doesn't exist, of course. So I'll save the file and close it. And let's run it again. Okay, and it failed. So let's stop debugging, and let's look at the output. So it only wrote 14 rows, it says. So here's one of our error messages. It says invalid character value for cast specification. And here's another error message. The value could not be converted because of a potential loss of data. So I'm just looking for other information that might be useful. So let's see, what are we going to do so that if you have, thousands, millions of records, you can figure out where the error is. So it does tell us that it's in that column that has the dates in it. Yeah, here it indicates that the date mailed column is the one with the problem. Stay tuned to see how I configure the package to help me find the records with errors and process all the records that don't have errors. To handle this, we want to use the data conversion transformation, and we want to do that on the date. So we'll select the date mailed column here, and we'll convert it to a data type of DT_date. And now we want to configure the error output so that any bad records are passed to our error handler. So we're going to say redirect row. We don't want to just ignore it. We want it to redirect so we know which row or rows has the problem. So then we click apply and OK. And OK again. And now I need to use the OLE DB destination to write to a table. So we'll drag out the OLE DB destination. And this is where we're going to write the rows that have errors in them. And there it shows redirect row for both error and truncation, like we set up from the data conversion transformation. And this provides another way that we could set up to have errors redirected instead of failing the component. And now we'll go ahead and set up the table for the error records. And the table already exists. It's called error_rows. And let's make sure I cleared that out. And yeah, it's empty. We'll click on mappings. Here you can see it added a couple of extra columns there for error information, so you can find the column and the error code. All right, so we'll close that, and now we'll connect the data conversion transformation to the OLE DB destination, where we'll write all the rows that do not have errors. And we'll click on mappings again to make sure that's mapped. Looks good. And I'll save the package and execute it. So here you can see we had 100 rows coming from the CSV file, feeding into the data conversion, and then we have one row going sideways to the OLE DB destination that handles error records, and then we have 99 rows that were good that should be written to our vacant_land table. So let's go take a look. Here we'll look at the vacant_land table first, and there you can see the 99 rows. And now we'll look at the error rows. And there you can see the one row that has the date of 5/35/23. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to follow us on social media, here's how you can do that.